All right, so we're gonna look at how do we use Carbide Create to make the tool paths for the CNC router. First thing you want to do is you want to open the file that you've downloaded. So this is the template that I'm going to use for this one. It should come with everything being the right size. You can check if you want to. Here's in your settings. You see the sheet is set to be 16 by 16 and the center is in the middle. So let's say I want to bring in some text. I'm just going to say example here. You can change it to any type of font you want. It doesn't really matter. And then what you can do is you can hit the scale button to make it bigger. And maybe you want to align it so that it is in the center. You hit done. This little alignment piece, let's say I want to click in the middle so I know it's aligned in the center, and then I could just drag it up from there if I wanted. Let's say you want some pre-built stuff. So I can click on the library icon. So the library will open up. I'm going to click on the fish piece. Maybe this is something that I want. Oops, I have to double click it. So I'll hit open that up. I'm going to go to fish and double click on the koi fish and then scale them to be a size that works. So we'll go maybe like that. There we go. And then maybe I'll have an image that I want to trace that's not already in the library. So that's this trace image icon. All right, so we're going to trace this image. So I'm going to click here and then find the logo that I have. What you can do is move the threshold. I'm going to click trace image. I can see if I convert to curves what that looks like. It looks a little bit, again, if I keep tuning it, you can see it doesn't quite work there. So if I don't want curves for this one and I trace the image, that looks pretty much spot on. And I hit OK. That brings that in, and now I can scale it to a size that works and place it where I want. So it's an easy way to bring in an image and get vector line work from it. So what we're looking at doing is now going to the tool paths. So what we're going to do is select what we want to actually carve. So I'm going to click example. We're going to use vcarve here, use current selection, and then I'm going to make sure that I have selected the right tool. So that is in the softwood here. I'm going to go to V and we're going to do the 60-degree V. That's the bit that's set up in the machine. And then I'm going to go down to 1/4 inch, so 0.25. And then I hit OK. You know what I should actually do is I'm going to double click that to edit it. I'm going to call this example text so I know what it is. Otherwise, it's just a generic tool path. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the A and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a V carve. I'm going to say current selection. Everything should all be the same, but I say 0.25 and I'm going to call this AHS logo. Hit OK. Now a V carve won't work for everything necessarily. So if I was to select the fish and do a V carve and say use current selection, I'll call this the fish and hit OK. What you see is it's going to carve it kind of weird. It's kind of trying to like hollow out the area for the fish. That's not really what I want to do. And so I'm going to right click and delete that. I'm going to have those highlighted and I'm going to hit a contour. That's basically going to trace something. I'm going to say use current selection. I'm going to leave this at the 1/8 inch bit that's set up there, that default bit. That's okay, even though we'll have a V-carve bit in there, that 60-degree bit. I'm going to hit 0.25. Actually, we'll just go a little bit shallower, 125, so 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to call this fish, and then I hit OK. And our last step here will be to preview this. So if I say show simulation, yours will probably be in aluminum, but you can go and zoom in and see that that is going to get you close to what you want in terms of its orientation. Now this is flat. It won't be flat when we do it. It'll be that V-carve shape, but it'll give us that nice piece there. This again up here will be that V-carve. Same thing with our logo. And then what we do next is we save and then we bring it to the CNC router to actually cut.